listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a fucking worthless loser? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
What's up? What's up? This is your guy Shade with Relentless Trade Alerts. And today, I'm going to be actually responding to two answers from two questions that I asked in my Facebook group. And this is not going to be a long video. It's a show and tell. It's a Q&A. Okay. So I just want to kind of keep this simple. And we're just going to dive right into it. Let's get into it. There's no reason to beat around the bush to give you information that you don't need. I don't want to waste your time. But the first question I asked, what are your fears when trading? And I had a trader respond to me. His response was, sometimes I fear that I'm entering too early, as I'm pretty aggressive in order not to miss the move. However, I sometimes have heavy drawdown. So what Cole is saying he sometimes feared that he's entering the market too early. So let's look at the pound yen, and we're gonna look at it from the 4-hour perspective chart, okay? But before I do that, let's start from the day. All right, let's say Cole saw this market here. He saw it bounce off this area, so he drew his trend line, right? And as the market got up to resistance, he saw a doji, so he said, "I'm about to jump in," and he jumped in before the candle closes, right? That's a no-no. You don't jump in the market until the candle closes, especially from the day perspective, because by the end of the day, the market just turn around and shoot back up on you. That's the first thing. But let's say for some reason he got in right here. The next day when the market opened, it gapped up, so he's out the money already, right? But luckily for Cole, the market came back down and it closed in his favor, only by a small amount. And the next day when the market opened, it went just a tad bit lower before going right back up. And this time it went up higher, way higher than with his entry, close to resistance before closing lower than where the market actually opened up the previous day. So most likely he's still out of the money. And price is right at this trend line. Trend lines are very strong when it comes to trading. Until a candle really closes outside of the trend line or above the trend line, you should not be entering that market, because you will be entering the market too early. Those are ways to kind of keep you from entering the market too early. Don't enter the market like on this candle while the candle is forming. Allow this candle to close. Allow this next day to open, and let some time go by before you actually enter, because you'll normally get stuff like this. Because when prices at resistance or support, it just don't immediately go up or immediately come down. It doesn't. Sometimes it has to go through its negotiation phase. They have to go through their auction phase where they're bidding, the bidding for the best price. But price is at resistance. So even if Cole did get in right here, and if Cole did not over leverage his account, let's say he was trading 1%, 2% of his account, he could withstand any pullback to this area. His account could withstand any pullback to this area without really blowing his account. But to be smart, and this is off the day chart. Me looking at this, I know price got rejected here, but it bounced off the trend line. So I know that it has a good chance of getting closer to this resistance area. So knowing that, I'm looking to get in at resistance. And the way to do that, let's go to the 4-hour chart, because when you go to the 4-hour chart, it gives you a better perspective of what the market is doing inside of that day. And as we can see right now, this is the first 4-hour candle to the trading day right here. Price bounced right off the trend line on the 4-hour. And now it's steady going up. It's not, the sellers aren't even pushing it down just yet. So that's telling me right now that the buyers are somewhat still in control. and they're pushing the price back up towards resistance. So seeing that, I want to be patient and let the market go through the ebbs and flows and actually see if price will reach resistance again and actually touch resistance, because I would love to get in the market at resistance. Now, he also says, I'm pretty aggressive in order not to miss a move. Understand this. Missing a move is not bad. It's not bad, because sometimes price can just shoot up from support or shoot down from resistance. You know, it can happen in a matter of seconds, a matter of minutes. It can do that. But if you're trading from support to resistance and resistance to support, and you're trading levels, and your levels are already arranged on the charts, when you see price getting close to your level, that's when you kind of want to tune in. That's when the game begins. That's when the hunt begins, because that's when certain things should happen at those levels. At resistance, we want to see the price getting sold. So if price isn't getting sold at resistance, then we know that the buyers are still in control. We know that we shouldn't be getting in the market just yet. And let's back it up to right here. Price is at resistance. We get this little red little hanging man, but price jumps up. Then it jumps up again and actually touches resistance before coming down. Seeing this candle at resistance, I would get in on this candle. And look, I'm in the money, right? But for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for 24 hours, the market travels up on me, which is one day. It actually takes me out the money, but guess what? It doesn't go past resistance before coming down. So look for rejection from your resistance levels. Look for price to give you a strong momentum-based candle, showing you that price is going to do what you wanted to do, okay? And the last part to his response was, however, I sometimes have heavy drawdown. Now, you will have a heavy drawdown if you was to get in the market here because you think it's going to break. Let's say you see the market here, right? You say, I'm going to get in right here. I'm about to jump in. The market's still going down. Boom! At the trend line. And it bounces right up. And if you got in here and the market bounce up, yes, you're going to have a heavy drawdown, because look where you got in at. Your interest should be up towards your levels. Don't chase the candles. Chasing the candles can lead you down the rabbit hole. So don't chase the candles. Chase your levels. Once you got your levels on your chart, chase your levels. Chasing your level will keep you from entering too early, because being aggressive in order not to miss the move, those emotions is what actually gets you in the market too early. Okay? And chasing your level will keep you from having heavy drawdowns, because even if price decides not to, let's say you got in on a strong candle, but price turned around and goes up and gives you a candle and say, okay, man, it ain't going down. Because you got in around your level, your drawdown should not be excessive. Yeah, it might be a losing trade, but your drawdown will not be excessive, especially if you're doing proper risk management. Because when you're doing the proper risk management, it's allowing your account to grow. And another thing, if you're going to over leverage your account, it's for everybody out there, hear me clearly. If you're going to over leverage your account, do it from levels. Do it from levels. Just don't do it on random trade. If you're going to over leverage your account, do it from levels, not from random trades. Now let's go to my next question. What are some questions about trading that you would like answered? In this response, it's classic. What's the best practice of maintaining discipline? What's the best practice of maintaining disciplines? Always be a learner in the market. Always be not a learner, but always be a student of the market to always better your craft. You know, always have your charts marked up from a day time frame perspective, and you trade within you trade your markup. You trade the way that you have your chart marked up. What's another way to maintain discipline? Write a trading plan. Because if you do a trading plan, you're going to know what time frame you're trading from, right? You're going to know what level you want to get in the chart at. You want to get in the trade at, right? You're going to have your target points picked out and all that, right? And that's just preparation to get a certain results. It's no different than a basketball player. It's no different than a tennis player. It's no different than a school teacher who got to build assignments to teach our students. You know, we all got to create a plan first. And once we create that plan, then we just follow that plan. How's another way how to maintain discipline? Come in this market knowing that you can win, knowing that you can lose. Because the market doesn't, being wrong or being right doesn't matter really. What really matters is how much do you lose when you're wrong and how much do you make when you're right. That's what really matters right there. So when it comes to maintaining discipline, always work on being the best person that you can be. And that way, that'll rub off into being the best trader that you can be. So if you find yourself going off on people, that's going to produce the wrong result. If you find yourself not putting forth your best effort in other areas of your life, you're going to bring that to trading. If you're having financial problems, it's going to cause you to make poor decisions. So in order to be disciplined, you have to work on yourself every single day. Every single day you want to work on yourself to be the best person that you can be. And by being the best person you can be, it's going to rub off into the people you interact with. It's going to rub off into your trade. It's going to rub off into so many areas of your life when you start to become the best person that you can be. Love yourself, love what you do, and just constantly look to get better. And with that said, hey, I love this. I love trading. I love speaking into this camera. So I'll be dropping some more videos soon, and just keep up the good work. Keep trading. Don't quit, because you're so close, everyone. You're so close. You could be a book away. You could be one small thing away that can push you over the top. You don't know. So you got to constantly stay working on yourself to get better. And with that said, relentless trade alerts.